just to bless you a little bit on what God has revealed to me to give to the people of God. I take this not lightly.
It's on.
I ask God, and my own will, my eagerness that I bring forth on God, what would He want His people to know in this season, this hour. But this is like an open discussion, so when I give you the topic, listen, talk a little bit about it and what you think about it. And, you know, how many of y'all are believers in here? True believers of God. Hallelujah. So we are all believers in here, so we have to understand that God have predestined us to be here this morning just for this right here. But God has to reveal it to me just to share with y'all for a few minutes that we have an open discussion or what I was talking about. So the question is this morning is sorority. Is it God or not? Is it godly or not? You know, we all as college students, and even we got people that we know that they are frat brothers or sorority groups, and they are like children of God. They call themselves believers. And they're inside the house of God, and they have stature inside the house of God. But I'm asking a question: but is it God or not? Where does this come from? So when we join a sorority group or frat group, do we do any history behind it, or what's the purpose of it? Why an individual person would want to join a frat group, for what kind of status or anything? So I just want to open a discussion, and y'all just tell me if you plan on joining a frat group, what's your purpose of it? Why that particular group? Why that frat group that you want to join? Now, then I'm going to get into the scripture a little bit just to show you that it is really not godly. It's part of idolatry, and we idol worship. That in the Greek words come from we are worshiping Greek gods, the Roman gods that they had in the Old Testament and back in the day. So here we are as believers, but as believers, we're worshiping other gods and don't even realize that we're worshiping by the Greek symbol that we. If you think about the pressure or the push you have to do just to cross over, what attempts you go through just to cross over? Do you give that same much push and that same much determination as a Christian, as a believer though? The same thing you'll do, you'll shave your head off, you'll let them hit you, you'll let them do anything for you just to cross over, just to say that I'm part of this group. Likewise then, as a believer, we should be that much empowered by that. We should be able to go and let's push harder and harder for those that we declare that we are not, that we are believers. So likewise then, as a sorority group, that when they cross over, they have to go through so much. So what about as a believer then? Are you willing to sacrifice your body like that? Somebody tell you, look at here, if you want to be a Christian, you want to be a believer, this is what you got to do. The first thing you got to do, that you got to get up all the time in the nights. As a believer, the first thing you got to do, you got to surrender to your big master. You got to honor him. You got to get on your knees. If I tell you to walk, you got to walk. If I tell you to jump, you got to jump. If I tell you to scream now or go down this temple right now, just run butt naked, you got to do this. You know, things like that as a sorority group, they challenge you. But they go through that. They push themselves for that reason. So as a believer, then I'm asking you that if you're a true believer, will you likewise do the same thing then? So if anybody here planning on like being in sorority, just want to make sure. Okay. Anybody in here planning on being? Nobody? Amen. Sorority. Planning on pledging? And one of y'all? Oh, praise the Lord. Look at us. Glory be to God. But I want to show you some scriptures too to let you know that I'm not just talking about it just for my opinion, but the Word of God backs it up. saying that how we begin to worship idols. Like y'all remember the scripture, y'all really believers. So y'all know the scripture that it says that the golden calf, how they begin to worship the golden calf and the symbol of the golden calf. Likewise, how many of us worship the image of being I'm an apple, I'm a camel. They begin to worship that. I remember one summer that when I first got out of high school, I went to Chattanooga at the college of Chattanooga, and I had a chance to stay in the house of a Q-Dog, and I just man, it really blew me the sincerity and the thing how they really worship that symbol and how they really worship that purple and that gold, man, to the deepness of it, man. And you have to be a part of that group, a part of the Q-Dog to be able to walk with them and be able to carry them. And we as believers, man, we let anybody walk with us. We don't have no secret. The knowledge that we got, we share it. But the knowledge they got, they keep it secret. So that they become idol worship and don't even realize it then. I wonder how do a brother that said they're a believer and they're still pledging or they are pledging and still walk hand in hand together with that. The Bible says, how can two walk together that stay in agreement? So how can you agree with God and agree with the Greek gods at the same time? How can you worship God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and also worship the God of whatever that symbolizes of the Greek gods that it pertaining at that season? So are we going out mission motion every time? When I got friends that are pastors, and they hype on that stuff, man. So it's confusing. How can you be hype on dancing and not in the sorority group, but when it comes to preaching, you can be hype on that at the same time? The Bible said, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. So you can't serve both God. The Bible said, every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess before who? He is Lord. So how many times did they have to bow to them sorority groups? While they were playing. So is it God or not? I'm not trying to persuade you in any kind of way, but if you ask me, I said my own, no, it's not God. But it's everybody's opinion on how they feel about it. What's the purpose of joining? Well, if you tell me, somebody just really tell me, what is the purpose? Why they join sorority?
Step shows.
Step shows, okay.
My friends that do it say, it's for friendship. Making friends. That's like the primary reason people give for that.
Making friends. Yeah, statue, high statue, yeah. So if that's the reason why they do it, then God said that we should love our brother, we love ourselves, right? That means then the believer, how can you separate yourself from? So if I'm not in that mix, if I'm not a Catholic or if I'm not a Q-Dog, but I'm a believer and you're a believer, that means at the time you're dealing with your Catholic boys, you can't deal with me. Yeah. So you can't share stuff with me because. But I thought my status of a believer should outweigh my status of the Catholic, right? So it's confusing. So now me and you can't hang together. We're not agreeing with each other. But I thought we both were believers. I thought we both gave our life to Christ. But because now you are in the sorority group, now I can't. It's a party. Are we going out together? Are we going on a vacation? Oh, I can't go with you. No, you're not. You're not a Catholic. So you want to separate me from a believer to stand with your Catholic boy? But I thought God is higher than anything. So my walk with God should outweigh my status in life, my belief, my status of who I am in Christ should outweigh any my education does not outweigh my status with God. But so many times though that the brothers of those sorority or sisters of those sorority, they think they got it together. They got their own little step, they got their own little single, they got all this here, they got their own little clique to go together. But on Sunday, they're your same choir.
Yeah.
On Sunday, they preaching to you. Yeah. Now all of a sudden, now me and you we could walk hand in hand on Sundays or Wednesday night. But after that, you turn your hat and put the red or put the white, put the colors on. Then now y'all like you don't know me. So is that God? that godly or not? So, in a question, what? Somebody say something.
I wish more sororities and fraternities would give back to the community. Instead of just being part of a Greek and saying, I'm cute, I represent this color, I represent this. But what are you doing to give back to the community? You want us to participate in your step shows, you want us to come and support you, but what are you doing to give back to your community? I think originally it was founded to serve. And I think they've lost that concept of serving others and more about us, less about other people. And I think they need to get back to serving others.
Amen. Yeah. I agree with that. But if they start serving the community, which some of them do that, they do a good job of some of them. If they start serving the community, but still serving under this God, then it's still not equal to what God is saying. Because if I joined this sorority group before I got saved, okay, but now when I come saved, I have to change. I have to change everything. The Bible said what? Created me and created my heart. Created a right spirit within me. Mm-hmm. So my spirit has to change. Now I gotta see, is this really God? I know why I did it with my mom and them, my daddy was this. It's just a family thing. We all deltas, or we all capitals, we all alpha, it's become a traditional situation. But once I step into the order of God, it changes my belief totally. No matter what my mom and dad is, we'll say that I'm not under that tradition. I'm not under that cursing mode because I gave my life to Christ. So likewise, then, if you're not under that curse anymore, why you still trading things that because your mama was that and your dad did this and your granddaddy was this? Everything for the change. Bible says here, this is the first question that we need to ask, and why a person will want to join a frat or sorority group. Because it's an outward important. You think you're important. People join because they're important. 1 Samuel 16:7 said, depends on the motivation of the reason. Why are you doing it? It depends on you why you're doing it, why you want to join this group. Why are you doing it? What's the purpose? Because pride comes to a great fall. You just want to, a lot of people join groups because they're prideful. They want to be somebody. They want to make be somebody. But I thought coming to Christ make you be somebody. I thought being a believer make you be somebody. I don't know a greater gift than a greater thing for eternal life. What greater reward than that is eternal life, right?
Well, along those lines, though, you can bring God to that. You know what I mean? Because you talk about purity of heart, and there's the Bible verse that says that we're called to live in both worlds, because that's a very real thing. So I think if you are going to join a sorority or fraternity, you need to keep in mind that you're first a child of God and bring God there. Yeah. Look who Jesus was with. He wasn't with just people in the church. You look at who he surrounded himself with. He was a witness wherever he went. So, if you are going to do that, I say bring God with you. Bring Jesus with you. Be a light.
Your priority have to change.
Right.
Your country, yes. It's just like, okay, now I gave my life to Christ, but now because I don't want to let go of the capital, so I'm going to bring God to you all. I'm going to bring my faith to my sorority now, to my frat now, to my frat level now.
I was going to say, I think Steph Curry, like he a ball player. He ain't put the ball down, but he still brought Christ to the NBA. Tim Tebow, he brought Christ to the NFL. So it don't matter what you do, but make sure that your character is right and doing the right thing for Christ.
Like more, yes. Anybody else?
Chris?
Well, niggas ain't all damn, yeah, it's always about like Matthew 5 and 16, let your light shine so man may see your good works and glorify God. Like you said, it don't matter about what you do. It's it's kind of about, and if you know that you're a believer, you don't go against the grain for worldly things, worship, like you were saying, worship and certain things. You can kind of figure how people, act when they get around certain people that are with that crowd. You know that those things are not of God, so why associate yourself with those type of things? So it's kind of, a no figure when you see certain things and how people act and react to, when people call those things out, they're not of God. So you separate yourself from those things.
Also, another scripture says, "Come out from among them, be yourself."
Yep.
But we in the word, but not of the word.
Yeah.
So, of course, we got to be around these people, but it's your character that differentiates you from others.
And don't forget, like, whether they recognize it or not, we're all children of the same God. You know what I mean? I mean, God loves those people. Just because you're not a believer doesn't mean that they're not a child of God. In the sense that God is the creator and God loves them and wills them to be a part of the family, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? I feel like I said that weird, but I feel like it made sense. Okay, all right.
We are a creator of God. When you only can become a child of God.
Right.
When you accept Him.
Right.
As your Lord and Savior. So He created us all. That's correct. But see, that's where the compromise come in at, saying that we could do both. The Bible says it's impossible to please to God. So you can't worship the Greek gods and also the God of Abraham and Isaac. You have to choose. When you become an unbeliever to a believer, you have to choose which God you want to serve. So I can't bring God, my God, into a God that I'm going to serve the Greek God when I'm stomping and doing my numbers. But then I'm going to worship God here at the same time. To bring them together, you got to choose which one you want. There's some things you can bring together. I can bring my godliness to an unbeliever, yes, but I can't bring my godliness and say that I can worship you and give you God, but I'm also going to worship the Greek God that this profanity can speak of.
Right.
You got to do a separation between God. We're talking about gods here. So there's only one God, God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that we all worship, and that we all magnify. So if I'm saying that I'm a believer, I gave my life to God, I'm a believer. So the things that I've done as an unbeliever, the God and the idolatry that I worship as an unbeliever, how can I bring them into that? So we become a compromised situation. Let's do both of them. If I can say, yeah. When Jesus entered into the tax collector, when he entered to him, when he ate with him, but he also left them knowing that, but I'm not a part of you still though. He didn't even when he said, I'm gonna do your ways. He said, no, he came there, but he said, he told a woman that was caught in adultery, he said, look, yeah, where your accuser at? Go and sin no more though.
Right.
When he came there, he came to impact them, to bring them out to the living God. But we as believers, we compromise so much with these groups. So wow, we want to be a part of it. But yeah, they do some good things. They give out place, or they do this, they help the community out. But behind those, they still worship other gods. They still worship the Greek gods. They're symbol marked on them. They are marked already with the mark of the beast. They are marked with their own beast signs already. Every time you can mark yourself, what's the difference between marking yourself and getting a tattoo? People with godly people, well, that's too many tattoos. We don't want to have all them tattoos. But every time you walk across that line, look at the commitment you give them. Give them God when you cross over. Look at what you have to go through to earn that. And when they brand you on your arm and you get branded, you mark, saying, "This is my God I serve. This is I'm willing to say this is who I am. This is what I represent." Then if you're not part of this here, then yeah, you're my brother, but my Greek brother is more important to me. We do everything together. We do our time. We go in secret. It's just like the Eastern Star and the Mason. It's all the same thing. Anything you do in secret can't be God.
Right.
Anything you got a secret, God, the word of God is free. He said, I got good news. I bring good tidings to you. Whosoever will, let him come. It ain't that. So why do I have to go through all this hell and all all this beating up, and I would come ahead and don't sleep at night, crossing over, and all this type of stuff. That's to say I'm part of something. When God said that, you are my children, I created you all. But choose this day who you gonna serve.
Amen.
So you serve man or man.
That's what I was going to say, because when you said that, the word say no man can serve two masters. Either he will love one and hate the other. And the reason I feel like those people, not judging those people, the word does that for them, but the reason they feel like they can walk with God and walk in that sorority and feel like they can do both is because they double-minded. And it says a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. So how can you serve God when you try and serve people? But then when you get with your sorority, you serve your sorority because you're double-minded. So therefore, it say no man can serve two masters. So, you know, they really unstable in all their ways because you can't serve God and serve a symbol or a statue or whatnot.
That's a good point. You know, I didn't think about it until you brought it up about the branding. Because a lot of Q dogs, they brand themselves. And I didn't think about the term crossing over. You know, what are you crossing over to? You know what I'm saying? What are you submitting to? What are you claiming to? I didn't think about that. So that's a really good point.
Yeah, and also right here in Romans 12, 1 and 2, it says, present your body a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service.
Yeah.
Like it's your duty. Then it goes on to say, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may present what is good, acceptable, and perfect will. So, perfect will of God. So if you know that that is not right, that's not in his will, you shouldn't even touch. That's not in none of those 66 at all. So, and especially with the mark of the beast, and he brought that to my attention, something that I didn't know either. And you know that stuff is not of God.
And people perish due to lack of knowledge. And I think there's a lot of people just don't know. They're not aware of that. They're not aware of the branding. They're not aware of what this symbolizes. They just know that this is a family tradition. To be cool, to be fit in, for me to fit in, I need to join. AKA or this. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of them don't know. But they don't even know, a lot of them don't know the history. You know, why is it started? What is it for?
A lot of people are knowledgeable in the history, and that's why they do it to attain more knowledge to a little others, and they feel like they're enlightened, but they're not. They became a reprobated mind, so now they stuck in that mindset of serving that symbol.
I feel like Masons feel like that.
Masons is so interesting, and it's like its own little wormhole.
Masons do that, but
It's like it's
you
not
know,
just sorority or fraternity. The Masons they take it to another level. I feel like in a lot of ways, and talking about double-minded, because I think my grandfather was a Mason, and I'm Lutheran. I don't know if anybody knows what that is, but anyway, so you can't be a member of the Lutheran Church and be a Mason, and so for the longest time he did not become a member of the church because he was a Mason, and it took him like years and years and years before he finally gave up the Mason thing and became a member of the church. I mean, he would come to church, but because of the Mason, he couldn't join. Like, it wasn't allowed back then. I don't know if it is now or not. But anyway, I don't think. But my grandfather, like, there are levels of Masons, and I'm not sure. It was something. It was a brotherhood that he desired the brotherhood, but I'm not sure he knew what all that stuff and all that. Yeah.
Like the biggest trick of the enemy is to fool the world that he is not real. Same way with them. They tell you it's one thing until you get into it, and that's why a lot of people get out of it, because once, like he say per se, you come enlightened and you know certain things, you should stay away from that stuff because it's